All right, all right. What's going on, party people? This your man Griff. Thank you for liking, sharing, and commenting. As always, appreciate y'all. Y'all are some great YouTubers, subscribers, members. Y'all are all right. I'm serious. Y'all are all right. So, the question is personal preference or policy? What are we actually being taught from the TMCs? Are they teaching us personal preference or policy? Depending on the situation, some are teaching us their personal preference, the way they like to do things, the way they think things should be. And there are some out there who are teaching us actual policy. Now, here's the thing. With so many TMCs, and the phrase TMC stands for trainer, mentor, coach. With so many TMCs out here, and with so many of them saying they can't help you with your state laws, to me, it seems like more than likely they're teaching you personal preference of how to do the business. And honestly, there's nothing wrong with that, because that's the way they tend to like to do things. And I've always shared, people teach out of their experience. So they're teaching out of who they are and what they've experienced. Nothing wrong with that. But to me, the moment you go across state lines, now you're teaching people stuff that may not be, your personal preference may be in violation of their state policy. And this is where it gets tricky at, okay? You don't need to be implementing and executing personal preferences without making sure they don't violate your state policy. So if you're not willing to verify whether their preference is in line with state policy, you probably need to be in a different industry. You probably need to go do something else, because it is key for us to do our state policy and not get caught up into somebody's personal preference. It is very key, okay? So that's what you got to figure out. And if you can't figure that out, which angle they're coming from, or really, you could just ask them to me. And me, if I was you, I would just ask them, like, hey, is what you teaching me my part of my state policy, or just your state policy? Because they can say, well, no, I'm teaching policy, or you teaching me the way y'all do it in your state. Well, yeah. Okay, what about my state? Oh, well, you got to figure that out. Okay, so then why are you having a course? Why are you having training? Why are you mentoring? Why are you coaching? You're coaching me in something that doesn't fit me. You get what I'm saying? So you're coaching me in something to do something that does not actually apply to who I am and what I'm supposed to be doing out here as a notary for the state of, or the Commonwealth of, ... That's where we're at right now. That's why I'm so, like, anal retentive when it comes to these TMCs, because I'm like, not all of them are doing things right. They're just teaching us some information, but yet that information they're teaching us may not be applicable. I'm going to teach you the documents and how to go through them, but then the pages that I see in my set of documents don't match up with what you taught me on. You taught me on your state, on a document for what they do in your state, but I got something from Rhode Island. How do I deal with that? Oh, I can't tell you about that. There's a whole lot of stuff you can't tell me about. It's a whole lot of stuff you can't educate me and help me to figure out. But you want a lot of my money to sit here and listen to you tell me you can't tell me what to do. You can't help me to be compliant with my state. Oh, well, that's your responsibility. Okay, so then what the whole purpose of this TMCism that you're doing? What are you doing? Why are you doing it? I'm just trying to help notaries. Okay, what are you trying to help me in? Because what I need help in, you're telling me you can't help me. And if you can't help me, then what's the point of me even associating with you, paying you not to help me. No, I'm out. I'm done. That's where we're at, in my opinion. Look, y'all give me your thoughts. Do you feel you're being taught personal preference or policy? And you won't know which one is which until you do what? Check your own policy at your state. What does your state say you're supposed to be doing and not doing? And then compare that to what they say you should be doing and not doing. That's really where it's at. All right. Talk to y'all later. Peace.